And what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into our last race, of week 5, I should say. A very special 4th of July meetup between Itaku, your Detroit Lions, and Mr. Pokedude97, your Green Bay Packers. Let me get some music on in the background so at least we don't feel out of place. There we go. Much better. But anyways, like I was saying, welcome into our last race of week number 5. Like I said, it was kind of the holiday edition of BOILeR, if you will. It kind of made sense that Detroit always kind of gets a holiday, aka Thanksgiving game. So this one made the most sense to us. We might as well actually have it, you know, let's do it right here. It made the most sense. So nonetheless, very special Thursday edition, like I was saying, but welcome in one and all. Good to see you all once more. And for those that don't know what's going on or anybody new to this, we do a best 2 out of 3 race with Isaac through the womb 2. You can see we got zeros at the bottom right now. As soon as somebody takes out Mom's Heart, we put a 1 in there. Excuse me. And then we reset both racers and we start back from the very beginning again for round number 2. So again, it's a best 2 out of 3. You have to win 2 to get the overall win for the day. So basically, like I was saying, think about it like National Football League. If you guys check out BOILeR.org, awesome, thank you, Itaku. You guys can go anytime you want to, by the way. If you guys check out BOILeR.org, and there's a link, by the way, on Spazbot to get into both of their channels, so please do that as well. You can actually hear them talking to each other. And then, but like I was saying, think about National Football League. Itaku is the Detroit Lions, Pokedude's the Green Bay Packers. If you guys check out the website itself, you'll be able to see who represents what team and all the standings up to this point. We'll update those pretty much right after the race, and we'll get all of this last week updated on there. Again, though, there are 7 outlawed items. Boy, if I was typing with the correct keyboard, we'd be dangerous, folks. Anyways, we got 7 outlawed items nobody's allowed to pick up along the way here. Excuse me, there we go, you can see them all. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. We'll get to reasons why on all of them should they show up. Speaking of that, we're off and running. We got Loki's Horns for Pokedude, so he's going to get a little bit of a... it's a weird range up on that one, quite honestly. Or fire rate up, I should say, because you're firing out in all 4 directions. We got the damage up and health up Odd Mushroom, however, for Itaku, so nothing wrong with that item whatsoever. Oh good, I dropped frames. Woohoo! Welcome to the 4th of July casting, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I know that in Itaku's area, Comcast is having an outage, and I use Comcast as well, so welcome to hell on my part. Speaking of that, lo and behold, right as I say something, ooh, we got the small rock for Itaku, so even more damage up, fire rate up, and his movement speed's gonna drop down slightly. But he has got a lot of damage for the first floor right now. A little bit of money in Pokedude's Secret Room. Again, you can see that's surrounded by a couple, usually, and not always, mind you, but usually a couple of somewhat, you know, like, what am I trying to say, special rooms, like the item room, perhaps a challenge room, something of that nature. And again, sorry for the frame drops. Both Itaku and I are using Comcast, who are having some severe issues at the moment, it seems, so welcome to hell. So it'll happen, but as you can see, Itaku in the lead at the moment. It's just the internet doing that to you guys. It's nothing else, and it's not even your internet. It's basically mine and his. I'm dropping frames, and he is too. We're both on Comcast, so bear with that a little bit today. I'll refresh as needed. We'll go from there. See, Itaku's got 2 range up. He's one of the few that'll take pretty much any pill that comes his way. And so far, it's working out beautifully for him here. Couldn't tell what that one did for him. Oh, bombs are key. Alright, and he's on his next floor. Again, you're going to have to deal with that one. Yeah, my internet's in shale at the moment. But again, Poke just about done with his Widow fight as well here. Taku's going to be moving on along, and he'll be the first on to the basement too. And there's that last hit for Pokedude. You see the item room showing up for Itaku already, who accidentally switched out his keys and bombs. So he kind of doesn't have a key to get into this at the moment. And speaking of still having no keys, he's still not getting luck. Oh, speaking of not getting luck, good God, that spider's just being a troll to Pokedude. There you go. Magic 8 Ball's actually mismarked. That is shot speed increase. Not, I believe it says tears up on it, but it's shot speed increase. He also gets the Moon card, which will teleport him directly into a Secret Room. And for that matter, getting Gluttony. So for a mini-boss, this isn't too bad. It's pretty easy to see the shot pattern of this Brimstone here. All you gotta do is basically move side to side or watch out for the multi-shot that it'll put out for you. But you're either gonna get some red hearts or maybe the Balchinian for a little bit of health up. Yeah, let's see if I can't catch up on Itaku's, because I've been lagging balls on his side here. Oh, that ever actually reloads. Lovely. There we go. All right, Ghost Baby for Itaku, so you can see the follower going behind him shooting out Spectral Tears. Those are very low damage as well, but if it ever goes to the other side of this, you'll see Ghost Baby's Tears will actually go over, technically through, but same difference. They go over rocks at that point, so you can hide kind of behind this and at least get some damage on enemies if need be. I'm not sure that I've seen Gluttony drop lard out of there. I'm not positive. That could be correct, but I don't honestly remember. That's a good point, though. It may. Oh, God. Speaking of mini-bosses, at least Itaku's got the damage for this, but Envy, as you can see, is just like, oh, cool, I got through the health bar. No, you didn't. And then every time you split one of these things, the more health bar goes. So, yeah, it's a troll of a fight. You gotta watch out for this thing. It is a pain in the butt. Oh, there goes my internet being herpa-derping again. At least I didn't drop frames this time. That's a new one. Ah, that's why, because Super Gluttony's lard. Okay. That would explain it. So I was going to say, like, it seemed familiar, but I don't remember it being Gluttony that did it somehow. Super Gluttony would make sense, and I didn't even think about the Super version. That makes much more sense. Anyways, Poke coming across the second item room. Itaku coming across the second boss fight here. So they're going to be very even momentarily. Ooh, that threw me off guard. That's the sacrificial dagger for Pokedude, so that's the orbital floating around you for a dagger, not the actual knife itself. And again, bear with the frame drops. It's 4th of July. Comcast ain't going to fix anything real soon, so... But again, Larry Jr. here for Itaku. Just about done with this, because that damage is filthy, filthy good at this point. Already with the Odd Mushroom and the Small Rock, so he's looking pretty good on damage. The Cat o' Nine Tails, aka Cat o' Nine Fails, will actually up his shot speed again. So it's basically exact same thing that Pokedude just got off of his last boss fight. And speaking of boss fights, Poke will be making his way back on over towards his. Oh, it's just the way of the world. Like, Comcast is finicky like that, and like I said, there's outages in Itaku's area. Like, if you look, he's actually got a thing that'll flat out tell you that his internet is offline while he's casting on it, which is obviously weird. But nonetheless, Comcast it has an outage in his area, so stuff like that's going to happen from time to time. Not a real big deal. And again, you see the unicorn horn for Pokedude. He's just about to... Oh, maybe not. I think he meant to hit the spacebar and might have accidentally teleported himself to a secret room because he was walking right up on that enemy to use his spacebar item, and I think he fat-fingered Q instead. So he'll be right back in there. Gotta love them derp moments. It happens from time to time where you're just like, cool. Oh, crap. Like, my hand just went stupid. Here we go. That's what Poke was trying to do. There's the Unicorn Horn usage, and you can see he's going to run straight in for invincibility and damage dealing with the Unicorn Horn attached to his head. There's a little bit of damage up, a little bit, or a health up, I should say. I'm sorry, and a Devil Deal. That's where I was screwing up. And we got the Pact and the Book of BOILeR. Ooh. I could see actually both of these being useful, but the Pact is a definite winner. That's damage up and fire rate increase. Plus, you're going to replace the 2 red hearts that you spent with blue soul hearts. So it's almost like breaking even, but you're stronger, if you want to look at it that way. Oh, I just saw somebody ask for the dual link. I'm sorry. I think we have it on split. I hope. Let's find out. How wrong am I? Oh, good, we do have it there. There's a link for the for both of the racers side by side, so you can actually hear them talking crap to each other and everything. Ooh, look at this. Itaku's got himself both his item room and boss fight side by side. Now, mind you, he had to clear the entire floor to get this, where Poke just came across his item room here. So this kind of is a bit of an advantage for Itaku, but we'll see what comes up in both of these. Virus is Poison Touch. If Itaku walks into anything or anything flat out face plants him, he's going to apply a damage over time poison to him. Speaking of, if anything walks into or shoots him, Pokedude's now got an entire 3 orbitals by the 3rd floor. 2 more, or the Halo of Flies gives him 2 more flies floating around that will block shots for him. Again, they won't damage anything, but that knife will. The dagger floating around him will. So he's got a lot of shot blocking capabilities at this point. What's up, Ivy? Doing good. About yourself? Yeah, the Halo of Flies has only shown up maybe 5 to 6 times. It's been very rare. Speaking of rare, we got ourselves some health up in a God Room for Itaku with a relic in it. So every 4 rooms, that's going to spawn a blue soul heart for him. So even more health up and a little bit of safety as he moves on to the caves too. Gonna get a Curse of Darkness, although immediately finding his item room will not complain even slightly about that. Great dodge, by the way. Ooh, that's a good bomb. Yep, I was gonna say that's a beautiful bomb placement. That's worth the damage he took momentarily, because he's gonna get that back in blue soul hearts almost any minute now as soon as he clears rooms. And again, welcome to 4th of July internet. Everybody lagging. And again, you can see the difference. Now that's just Pokedude's side is lagging for a second, and now he caught up. That's just the wonders of, like, and I'm dropping frames now, so woohoo. Casting on the 4th of July. Ain't nothing better. Nonetheless, please accept that that's going to happen for a while, guys. I apologize for it, but that's just the way of the world. Anyways, getting back to this, we got a Curse of Darkness for Itaku. He will not be able to see his mini-map, as you can tell. He picked up Mom's Pad, which you just saw the usage of. It'll freeze everything in place. Kind of sort of push it away from you as he's going to knock him back a little bit. A very nice dodge of a lot of shots on screen there for Pokedude. And again, Itaku moving on after that dead end, still just looking for his boss fight now. Yeah, no greed heads. I would love to be able to ban those out of the game. I detest those things. If I could find a way to ban certain enemies, or just put certain enemies in the game for the races, it would be like nothing but mini greed heads. Just to be a douchebag one week, like, alright, nothing but mini greed heads, enjoy. Oh, wow, let's see those no epics. And Itaku got rid of his D6. Wow, let's see those no epics for him. That's, yeah, he's cussing it out right now, I guarantee. I can see it too. So, Itaku has to leave that item behind. That's one of our banned items in the league. Oh, that's right, it's on this floor. Oh, God. All right, so he doesn't have to leave it behind. He's going to go re-roll it now. I thought that was on the other floor for some stupid reason. So, Itaku's going to walk right back in here. Again, Epic Fetus would give you infinite, well, basically like nuclear bombs for tiers. So we had to outlaw it. It's way too overpowered, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. So he's going to be able to re-roll it with the D6, gets the Ankh, which means if he dies, he's going to come back to life as the blue baby with 3 soul hearts. So again, not the worst thing, gives him a little bit more safety if, God forbid, he does die. And at that point with the relic, if he dies as a blue baby, it actually changes you, I believe, over to the blue baby stats, and the relic would actually keep spawning hearts for him every so often. So if he gets down really low, he's actually got a decision to make. As weird as that is. By the way, Pokedude just about done with his Gurdy fight here, doing some great dodging here. Alright, new trick for getting those 3 bombs. Normally you have to use 2 bombs to get into them, right? Technically there's 4 bombs in the center. See what Itaku did? Itaku got screwed is what happened there. Wow. Itaku got hosed over. Well, that sucks. Usually that works. Not so much this time. Oh, wow, man, you're getting royally jacked over here. There we go. Okay, that one didn't glitch. So there's all those bombs back, plus that soul heart for Itaku. Either way, though, the new trick to that, basically, is to set a bomb down where Itaku did, walk out of the room, and come back in. And if it doesn't glitch out, like his just did, it should give you your walkway over and a clear way to get to those bombs, with just 1 usage. But that time it kind of glitched out. And I know Pokedude got a little bit more health up for getting back what he spent at this point, I should say. And again, welcome to the 4th of July, where everybody in America uses the internet for downloading random stuff. We all know what, but let's be real honest, we don't have to call it. Either way, Poke coming right across his item room here in Caves 2. Speaking of Caves 2 rooms, we got Itaku just blasting on his boss fight here. Look at this. That knockback is just keeping it against a wall. I've never seen this happen. I've never seen enough knockback this early to keep that against the wall. That's crazy. Oh, let me get the link for you. We actually had to change around the input for it. There you go. There's the dual link. We got, let's see, Infestation for Pokedude. We got a little bit of speed up for Itaku. Infestation on Pokedude's side, if he gets hit, is going to spawn some friends till the end flies to attack for him. Oh my. And now we've got the blue candle on Pokedude's side, so that's not even a question. You spend 15 cents and you buy that thing instantly. That is an instantaneous taker right there. You'll see why momentarily. Every 4 seconds in a room you can use this. Infinite usages within the room just on that 4-second timer, and watch how overpowered it gets. It is ridiculously OP. This item is way too good. There you go. Basically, one-hit kills everything. I saw the question, why is Itaku blue? He's taking some range up pills, which basically give you a blue color. Depending on what type of pills you take, health up turns you red, speed turns you yellow, range turns you blue, luck turns you green. And I think that's it. Unless I'm forgetting something. Somebody else might remember one that I'm spacing on. Ooh, here we go. So you're seeing the quote-unquote, like, spawn glitch within challenge rooms here for Itaku. We allow this because it's a bit of a risk. You saw what he did. He paused when he got the spawn. You can actually, when you pause, you'll hear all three actually, like, spawn into the room. Unpause at that point, and then you get all three of these rounds at one point in your room. It's risky, mind you. But as you see, Itaku got through it. Pretty much no issues there. He's just looking for a key to get into that item room. And, of course, the lag ball's hitting again. We'll catch up on Pokes after he gets through this floor here. I just don't want to actually advance through anything and miss this boss fight. Nonetheless, these two keeping it pretty close still. Itaku, with that key now, is going to head back for his item room on Depths 1. He does have the lead at the moment, though, not by much. Poke's just about to get to his and through his boss fight and catch up to the exact same floor. Excuse me. And again, bear with the droppage of frames and everything. Itaku's actually got internet outages in his area. And God knows Comcast ain't fixing that on the 4th of July. Nonetheless, we got Eve's Dead Bird on Itaku's side, so not really so worth that key, but might as well check. Nonetheless, if Itaku gets hit, that'll bring out a, well, the same Dead Bird that Eve would have. It'll be kind of damaging to whatever it hits. It's okay for these races, but later on, you really don't want that thing. The more that you hit the two real final bosses, the more they're going to shoot at you. And if they hit you and that bird pops out, it's going to be a non-stop shooting war. Oh god, Ultra Pride for Itaku. Good timing to have the mom's pad, so he's going to make sure that he gets both of these two out of here as quick as possible. Very nicely done. Again, I'll catch up on Pokedudes momentarily here, because once he clears out Pestilence, he's going to get a cube of meat that'll orbit around him. That'll wind up replacing one of the flies that he has. Speaking of that cube, there it is. We're all caught up. He's got another, oh god, another Devil Deal with Brimstone in it. I do not recommend taking Brimstone with the candle. One or the two is going to get screwed over. Trust me. Not worth it. We got the left hand for Itaku that will spawn more red chests. Basically, chests are just going to be red chest spawns for him now. So he has a chance of getting either, let's say, perhaps guppy items like this, or friends till the end flies, like you see, that are going to wind up going and attacking for him. Kind of heat-seeking missiles. May get some blue soul hearts, all sorts of things. We got more pills, which, again, are telepills for Itaku. He doesn't want to be in the room he's in. Gonna teleport out. Actually saved himself some time. Had one room to walk over, and there's his boss fight. Those worked out beautifully for him. So telepills coming in handy for our racers once again. And again, I'm dropping frames here, too. Welcome to casting on the 4th of July, guys. I, again, apologize, but, hey, it's a holiday. I would expect no less. So again, we got War for Itaku. Once again, you're going to see a cube of meat that will be actually his first orbital. I can't believe he's gotten through here with no orbitals so far. Those have been showing up a lot recently, especially with Horseman fights. But you're guaranteed to get a cube of meat off of these Horseman fights, unless it's the Headless Horseman or Conquest. Then you know that you're going to get a different, basically headless, or sorry, I should say the pony item so you can fly. Yep, let me get the dual link for you again. If only I could spell. There we go. Okay, I did get it right. Anyways, we also got another God Room, and Itaku gonna get another orbital at this point, Guardian Angel, and now you notice that his spin at double speed. That's the benefit of Guardian Angel. So everything that you pick up orbital-wise will go at double speed, so you have twice the chance of blocking shots now. Exactly. Holiday and summer, everybody is at home on the internet right now, so sorry again, I've dropped 149 frames. I know both have dropped frames. We're all in the same boat here. So, again, and right as I say that, there's dropping frames like I'm talking about. We're all in the same boat here today, though. So, again, I'm sorry, guys, but please bear with it for today. It's just, that's going to be the way of the world. Very nice. Oh, I was going to say great use of the blue candle there by Pokedude, but he got screwed over at the last second here. So those buttlickers, the enemies that basically just walk the other way from the blue candle, yeah, they're kind of trolls. I don't like those things. They are impossible for me to hit. There you go. Very nice use right there to take the last one out for Poke. Get away from the Troll Bomb. Ooh, Itaku's found himself his boss fight. Now here's a question. Is he willing to skip over the item room? Because if he goes into this boss fight, he does not have a way to teleport out at the moment. There's your answer. Itaku's okay with his build. He's going to wait until Mom's foot comes down, use the pad, make sure that he can do all the damage that he can. I love the fact that you can push the eyeball gates around the room, too, and then they teleport back. It's such a weird use of that item. I love it, but it's so weird. Glitches everything out. Either way, Blue Mom, as you can see, spawns nothing but expansion level enemies, so you got a couple greed heads there. Itaku's willing to take the damage to apply poison to those and just make them off the screen. They are terrible. You do not want to take too long in this fight. The more mini enemies that spawn, it's going to be worse for you. There we see with the key. Poke is going to get into that item room. Anarchist Cookbook. 6 random bombs spawned across the room. Definitely not a blue candle, so he's going to move on without that. Well, I can guarantee another item somebody's moving on without. That crown. Let's see those no crowns, ladies and gents. Itaku ain't taking that. The ongoing joke in the league is that is Pageant Boy. It drops money on the ground for you, but there's no stores after the depths. So Itaku's got no need for it. Speaking of things with no need, he's also got himself a Tears Down pill, so he'll be firing at a slower rate now. I love it. But again, everything in the womb will hit you for 1 full heart of damage. There's no item rooms, there's no stores. By the way, Pokedude down on the right side. I'm sorry, dyslexic on my sides. Either way, Pokedude down's gonna have to restart all the way from the beginning. Again, the trick with the womb, guys, where Itaku is, technically it says utero, but he's in the womb, that's the expansion version of it. There are no item rooms, there are no stores. You can still find a secret, super secret room if you need them. There may be an arcade, there may be a library, but again, no item rooms, no stores. There's almost no need for money. Itaku's holding on to enough that even if he comes across a beggar, he's got enough money for it. Ooh. Polyphemus to start off the new run for Pokedude, so that's not a real bad beginning to a run. Again, that's going to basically give you a damage multiplier. Oh, speaking of damage multipliers, he's also got the small rock. More damage up, more fire rate increase, which is a bad thing with Polyphemus originally because it knocks your fire rate all the way down to minimum. So, Poke got some of his fire rate back. Also has incredibly damaging tears now, so wow, what a hell of a start there. Yeah, you can see, just landing 1 hit, he's doing this much. He's chunking damage off of these bosses already. Wow. So again, nothing's over yet. You never know with the womb. These are 2 bad floors that Itaku's on, so you never know what's going to happen. Again, he's got a lot of hearts out there. He's also got the relic floating behind him that's going to spawn blue hearts for him every 4 rooms that he clears. So he does have a safety net, don't misunderstand me. Plus that Mom's Pad, we've seen Itaku use that really well twice this year. Bunch of pills for Pokedude as he finishes off Larry Jr. We have more tier rate up, exactly what he wants. Ugh. And 3 range down pills. Why did you take another one? Speaking of those judgies, let's get a judgy please for Itaku as he's going to bet for just a moment here. Again, he's got enough money where he might as well spend the time here. Yeah, 3 range down pills, like, well, that's handy. And let's see, we got the 2 of clubs, if nothing else. That'll double up Itaku's keys, which, again, he doesn't really need. Or, I'm sorry, bombs, Jesus. Which he does. So he's going to wait and see what he can get. Wow, nothing else, jeez. Oh, we got Super Sloth on Poke's side. So again, the not-so-fun version of this mini-boss with so many spiders, especially, look at this, especially when you got Polyphemus, because you're not quite firing at a fast enough rate to get rid of these spiders. This is not a great room. You might as well let Sloth actually take out those spiders for you if at all possible, but trying to avoid them sometimes is impossible. But again, Judge eating 15 cents on Itaku, not giving him all that much. Here. There's the link for the website for you. Got a strength card for Pokedude, which is going to replace that pill, thankfully. But what that's going to do is give him 1 to every stat up of the room that he's in. Oh, wow. The odd mushroom with fire rate cap. Oh, my. Yeah, that's going to help out a lot. Now look at how much faster Poke's going to shoot. Oh, wow. So there's that tier rate that you really, really want with Polyphemus. Now look at these tiers. Wow. Again, the full card will teleport you back. Teleport you? Let me try that again. Teleport you back to the original room of the floor. So I'll just take that strength card back with him. Taku's still just looking for this boss fight. Let's try up here. Yet another almost dead end, so he's going to pause everything in place and just keep on running here. It's a teleport. And again, one of the tricks to Gertie Jr. is you can just see if you put a bomb in Gertie's way while it's charging you, it'll actually think it's a wall and stop. So if you have an excess of bombs and you really, really want to get through that room without it hitting you, that's a good way to stop it. So you saw Itaku doing some, wow, speaking of really bad Gertie Jr. rooms, how about 3 of them? No thank you. Oh, that wasn't close enough to the door. I guarantee Itaku was trying to hit the door with that, but instead, he's going to hopefully get through here. This will wind up spawning him 1 blue soul heart minimally. Whew. That was a brutal room. Hey, wish he had that teleport now, huh? But again, getting on through here, the more rooms that Itaku clears, the more hearts he's going to wind up with. Again, he's got the Polaroid, so he's going to leave himself with that half a heart. If you're wondering why is he leaving that half a heart behind? It's very vital that if right there, if he gets down to half a red heart, he's going to get a 5-second damage shield, as you just saw. And again, Pokedude working on Famine over here for, amazingly enough, the first time today we've seen him. But he'll wind up with a cube of meat to block some shots. Also with a full heal for him, so he'll be moving on to his Caves 1 momentarily. First things first, though, must grab the card. Star's card will teleport him directly into his item room, most likely on the next floor. We'll see what happens, depends on when he wants to use that. But maybe he's going to hold on. There's library for Itaku. 2 really crappy books. We got the Monster Manual, which would, on the right, which would have spawned 1 random follower for him for the room. And on the left, we had the, oh, good God. Real quick, on the right, we got Quad Shot for Pokedude at maxed out tier 8, and by the way, he also has Polyphemus. Oh my God, this build right now for Pokedude. Wow, mind you, he is way behind, but that is not saying anything. Anything can happen in Itaku's floor right now, but oh my, this build. Quad Shot writes itself. Anyways, the other book that Itaku had was the Necronomicon. Would have been a one-time basic use of the death card, would have damaged everything in the room for, I forget exactly how much damage it is. Yeah, this is a Caves 1 build right now on Pokedude's side, by the way, guys. So, maxed out Fire Raid, Polyphemus, and Quad Shot have been his items to this point. That's insane. He's also got 1 orbital to block shots. Hasn't gotten any health up yet, which is a bit frightening, but we'll see where this goes. Also, right on over to his boss fight already. Again, Itaku finding nothing but dead ends. At least we know which way we're going. Couple extra bombs for him, absolutely. There's your boss fight. So that was a huge womb floor. Like I said, this is where the womb comes in a little bit scary sometimes. Ooh, is Peep gonna walk right over to that bomb? Oh, I thought he had it too. I thought he actually had Peep walking into that bomb. Poke was so close. But again, you can see the damage he's doing at this point is just insane. Look at this. He's just ripping through Peep. Like it's like a hot knife through butter right now. Like seriously, look at this. And yellow Peep for that matter. So more urine on the ground as you can see. Oh god, that was close. We got Blast Assist for the boss fight on Itaku's side. You can see basically once you get it split up, it's really not going to be that bad for you anymore after you get it out of the bubble. Easiest fight ever. We got some health up and fire, not fire rate, but shot speed increase for Pokedude. Really, a devil deal for Itaku? Oh my god. With Mom's knife, it's stabbing time, and Itaku's a happy man right now. Itaku's a very happy man right now. Go look at the joy on this man's face. Here's the split link coming up for you. But Itaku's a very, very happy man at the moment. Mind you, down to 1.5 hearts. He does have Poison Touch, Eve's Bird, and Mom's Knife, so, little risky per se, but we'll see how this pans out. Again, he's going to have a lot of health spawning for him if he has to clear some rooms, because he does have that relic floating behind him. Yeah, right? Touch the knife. Ah, speaking of that damage. Alright, here comes the Mom's Pad. Again, that'll freeze everything in place. Very useful with the knife. We've seen Itaku use this exact combo before. Again, Poke coming across an item room, might as well take it. Little Chad, speaking of spawning health, every couple of rooms Poke clears, that'll spawn a half a red heart for him. Gonna say, I think Itaku might be considering grabbing that half a heart and just saying the hell with the Polar I'd use, but we'll see. Again, we're dropping some frames on all sides here today. Welcome to casting on the 4th of July, guys. I apologize. What are you howling about, cat? Cat must announce when using bathroom. Humans turn on a fan, cats howl. That's how it works. D6 is only allowed against the actual banned items. Let me get you the list here. There you go. Alright, so Itaku not really wanting to go in too close to these things. I would almost use Mom's Pad against these. If they were standing out, I would make sure that I could hit them easily. I hate the time consumption on those enemies. And for that matter, Poke hasn't even needed to use the D6 on anything. His first 3 items were so overpowered, like he wouldn't have even used it if he had the ability to. Ooh, speaking of overpowered items, we got the Chariot card. That's a one-time use of the Unicorn Horn, which we saw Poke with earlier. So Itaku will be very happy with that. More time of invincibility, let alone damaging. His knife will still be out while he's using it. So it's a very good find right there. Yeah, Polyphemus, Mini Mush, Quad Shot were his first 3 items, exactly. Those were his first 3 items on this run. That's why Pokedude's build is so filthy, insanely overpowered right now. Oh, and the Small Rock. Let's not forget the Small Rock is there too. Yeah, Chariade? Damn it, now I want Chariade. See what you've done? Yeah, see my cat's ripping through the house now like, you don't know what you've done. Ooh, Itaku up to 44 bombs now. That could play out nicely. 47 with all the other pickups in the room. But again, that 2 of clubs will double up the amount of bombs you have. If you happen to have 0, it'll give you 2. Dad, stop. Wow. One swing, we got Itaku doing just about half damage to mini-bosses. Not bad. Alright, so Itaku to his boss fight here. Again, gonna take that Chariot card in. 2.5 hearts right here, so can only get hit twice and still be safe. Watch what happens, though. Excuse me, as soon as the lag ball disappears, for that matter. But watch what happens in here. So again, he's using, and again, everything caught up really quick, but he used Mom's Pad, did half damage by just walking in and absolutely face-planting everything with both poison damage, Mom's Knife, Eve's Dead Bird. Oh god, he's down at half a heart, but gonna rush right on through that part, and there you see it. Again, that Polaroid gave him 5 seconds of invincibility as soon as he got damaged and down to half a red heart. But wow, playing it a little close to the edge there, but nonetheless, Itaku pulls it out here with a 1-0 victory. That knife on the floor, or the last floor, I should say. You can't get much more clutch than that. That knife, that timing, but again, that build that Pokedude had, he was already in Depths 1. That's how much he had caught up, guys. That build, that's all you gotta say. It doesn't matter if somebody dies. They can come back. We've seen it before. We will see it again. No questions asked, and Poke was putting a rush on here, so very nicely done again there, Pokedude. Don't feel bad about that one. Like, Itaku with that knife, it was pretty much over with the combo that he had at that point. We've seen it before. On that note, though, real quick, we're going to get both of these guys reset. We'll have round 2 coming up momentarily, if I can find the right button. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to play about a minute worth of ads. We'll get both of these guys reset, like I said, and we'll be right back with you with round number 2 momentarily, guys. So hang tight, and we'll see if Itaku takes the night 2-0, or if Pokedude can even it up and force a game 3. Best GIF of the week. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear. Give it another second or two for these guys to get reset and everything. You don't want you have to watch, you know, like, oh yeah, here's these guys resetting over and over. It always looks really weird, and if you, like, quite honestly, like, if you get motion sick or anything, it triggers mine a lot, so. Oh lord, Itaku's got a knife. Itaku's got a knife. All I gotta say, Itaku found a knife. Itaku found a knife. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. But again, you'll see Itaku reset momentarily here. Again, we're right back for round number 2 and a best 2 out of 3. And I don't think Itaku, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he resets much. All he really does is he takes the first floor like, I may get the knife. He said it before the race, ironically enough. He goes, you know, I may get the knife. I can't reset on the knife. And that's the way he works. So he's going to reset this one time, and he's actually good to go already. So you see Poke's going to look at his item room right off the bat. And these two are going to get racing in round 2 momentarily. So again, Itaku looking for a 2-0 lead, or 2-0 win, I should say, and Poke looking to even this up and force a pivotal game 3 at 1 apiece. So again, good luck to you both. And again, for anybody joining in, we race down through the Womb 2. We have 7 banned items you cannot pick up. Oh, one of them is not Mom's Knife, however. Holy crap, first room Mom's Knife for Pokedude. Okay then. So we're off and running again, folks. Yeah, the grin on Itaku's face just says it all, like, oh crap, well, it's only fair. So, first floor Mom's Knife. Oh my. It be on. Let me get the split link for both of these guys again so you guys can go say, oh lord. It's not admin hacks this time, it's Green Bay Packer hacks. Green Bay Hackers, anyone? No, I'm kidding. It's a joke, folks. We're all here to have fun. That's the whole point. But nonetheless, first floor Mom's Knife. You can see the shot changer that is for Pokedude. So he's going to melt through stuff just like we saw Itaku doing last time. Yeah, oh my. And we got Steven, for that matter, as the boss fight for Poke, so this could get a little interesting depending on which item he gets. He's got 2 different items that he can get out of the item pool here. And again, the one issue with the knife, you don't really have the greatest range as you're waiting for it to charge at the beginning. Okay. Also gets Little Steve, which will be a follower shooting out homing tears as he's charging the knife. Got Itaku's first item room. Ooh, Common Cold, not a bad thing at all. So extra poison damage on his shots. You'll see every shot that he puts out will be green colored like that. So anything that gets hit with that will get a poison over time damage. You got Judas's Tongue. Now that's interesting for Itaku. That makes all devil deals that cost red hearts only 1 red heart. So again, let's say that you get the pact in there. It's only going to be 1 red heart. Guarantee the Brimstone only costing 1 red heart. And with only 3 at the beginning, that's pretty nice because you can get a darn nice item for 1 heart. So that's very, very, very nice. There you see the damage being inflicted to Gemini. We also got infinite keys for the floor for Pokedude before he even comes across his item room, so he's going to be able to go into his store as well. Ooh, the compass. He may be looking for 13 cents. That's a pretty carry item in races. Yeah, Bible one-hit kills both Mom's Heart and Mom's Foot. So it takes a lot of the, not challenge out of it per se, but a lot of time in races out of it, so we had to ban that. And there you see Itaku just about done. Again, we're all dealing with frame droppage because it's the holiday, basically, here in America. Everybody's using the internet, and Comcast is having outages in his area anyway, so that ain't gonna help. Sadly, I did not see what he got out of that. Blah. Oh well. It wasn't health up, I know that much. That is correct, Wario. That is correct. Well, not that you were asking that, you were saying the last part, question mark, is a characters that you can play / boss in the game. So he wasn't asking a question there, that was him actually stating something, and I made it sound like I was answering a question that he wasn't answering. Which is really stupid to me, but you get the idea. Oh, it's lipstick. Okay, now I see it. Thank you. That's a little bit of range up for Itaku. Now I see it on him. And we got pinned for Itaku's second boss, so he's going to drop a perfectly timed bomb. That's how you're supposed to do it, kids. That's perfect timing. Wire Coat Hanger gives him fire rate increase also, so he's going to go back and look for his second item room before he moves on. Got Poke trying to get in. I was going to say, there's where you run a little bit of a risk, but again, looking for money because he knows what's in that item room, so you might as well go for this stuff. If you can pick up the compass along with the knife, you got yourself a nice advantage. And Eve's Dead Bird showing up again. Second time in the 2 races for Itaku. So we saw that again. If he gets hit, that's going to bring out a dead bird, which you saw momentarily there when he took damage. 2 more pills. We got a speed down, and no idea on the other one yet. Ooh, tears up. So more fire rate increase for Itaku. And again, Poke will be right onto his Basement 2 boss fight. Yeah, I was going to say, I'd make the suggestion that stabbing fires is A, really stupid because you have to get in really close to it, B, also very time-consuming, and C, was also injuring him to the point that as he got hit one time there, Poke's down, so back to the beginning for him. Everybody's lagging today. Don't worry about it. Like, it's the holidays. That's what happens on the internet, guys. Yeah, it's all of America lagging. It's 4th of July. Everybody in America is basically downloading every last thing that they can at the moment, so the entire internet's just going like, oh, God, make it stop. Like, I'm casting at 30 frames a second today, so I didn't drop as many frames, because I knew full well it was going to be bad, so I was trying to plan ahead as much as possible here. And again, I'm sure that there's a lot of people casting to Twitch at the moment, too, so I'm sure their servers are feeling it as well. Just the way of the day. How it's going to be on 4th of July. America loves its internet. Here we see, again, Itaku now not well in the lead. He's on his boss fight on Caves 1, so not too much further to go. Again, you see the downfall of the dead bird. It's going after an eyeball that you can't hit and do damage to in this fight. Ooh, can't believe that hit Itaku. Either way, we got Cupid's arrow. Wow, I'm kind of surprised Poke's resetting that. That would have been piercing shots for Poke, and I'm really actually shocked that he reset that. He's the only person I know to reset that this year. Oh, the LCS on too? Ah, that would explain quite a bit. So yeah, there's a lot going on, basically, is what it amounts to. Ugh, chocolate milk's a definite reset for me. You can make your own fire rate, and you can actually charge your shots with that. Think about, like, drinking a ton of chocolate milk, you know, you get, like, all that, like, you know, like, stupid crap going on. Enough said. Ooh, tooth shots a taker, though. Every now and then you're going to fire out a tooth. You can see Pokedude's arrows have turned into teeth. Basically, you're going to fire out a random tooth that'll do, I think it's 3 times damage. I forget the multiplier on it, but it's somewhere around 3x. It's a weird number, but it's somewhere around 3. And speaking of the Balchinian, Itaku going to get a little bit of health up here as he needed it. So again, you see why we call it the Balchinian. There is a quote-unquote heart hanging off of Itaku's chin. Looks more like a pulsating, we'll just call it sack of balls. Yeah, go with that thought and run with it. You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm getting at. It is 3x? Okay. 3.2. See, I knew it was some weird, crazy number, like almost like pi, which is why I remembered that it was odd, because everyone's like, dude, just call it pi. It's close enough. I knew it was weird. I just couldn't remember exactly what, but yeah, 3.2 multiplier on that, when they do come out. And again, that's based off of your luck. It looks like a chicken. Yeah, exactly. It's closer to pi than it is to 3 at that point, so we can just say it's a pi multiplier. Pi multipliers. Damn it, now I want pi. Anybody else really get the craving for pi after me accidentally saying that? And if so, I apologize, but oops. Because I want it now, too. And everybody's closed today. No. Again, we got to keep him meat for Pokedude as he finishes off his first boss fight. You see the orbital floating around him. We'll wind up blocking shots. It'll actually grow into full-on Meat Boy, depending on how many of those you pick up during the run. Yes, damn it. I'm sorry, I've cursed everybody into wanting pie now. Punch and pie. We got the push pin for Pokedude. That's about a 10% chance that you're going to fire out both piercing shots, which we were talking about before, and also a, I can't think of the word now, a spectral tier, which will go through / over rocks, depending on which way you want to look at that. But it will also pierce through enemies and keep on going, depending on how much range you have. But again, only about a 10% chance. You can't really bank on that happening. And let's see, with no keys, Poke gonna bypass going into... Actually, he does. Poke's got a Justice Guard, by the way, which is one of every type of item. So he does have a key. I don't know if he knows it or not yet. So there's that Justice card. You can see spawn one of every type of item. Oh, now Poke's getting all the money that he was wanting on that other floor with the compass back in the other run. Also, ooh, could have bombed in if he wanted to, if he had an extra one. Oh, actually, he still can bomb into his item room. Ooh, actually not going to, though. He's going to save the use of Bob's Rotten Head. So again, that'll be poison damage on one throwing bomb for Pokedude there. That'll recharge quite often, though, so really not a bad item, but we'll see if maybe if he winds up replacing it here in his item room. Or taking the odd fire rate up mushroom again, so he's going to cap out his fire rate once more. We saw this in the last round as well, with when Poke had the ridiculous quad shot and Polyphemus build. So once again, these two are getting kind of the same item builds over and over. Again, we got a little bit of lag ball, 4th of July, Comcast is having issues in Itaku's area, and it's showing, so bear with us a little bit, I apologize, but... Hey, it's 4th of July. Welcome to the internet. A little bit of health up for Itaku. He'll be moving on down to his caves, or sorry, depths 1. Good God. Caves 1, yeah, that totally looks like the caves, right? Anyways, he gets a Necropolis floor, which again is an expansion version of the floor, so he's going to get tougher room layouts, tougher enemies, and a frame drop or two. So again, bear with us real quick, it's just Comcast being Comcast on the 4th of July, for that matter, when America is being like, let's download the world. Only at spelling. Only at spelling. Alright, so Itaku's item room here ought to produce something decent. Speaking of that, Poke just about done with his Gemini fight. Gonna wind up with Magic 8 Ball. That'll up his shot speed on screen. Not the rate at which he fires, that's already capped. But on screen, his shots will actually move 16% faster. Also, he picked up a Devil card, which will be time and a half damage multiplier for the room that he's in. See, Itaku grabbed the Unicorn Horn, so somewhere Mosk is having a moment again, because it's shown up in all the races. But again, that'll be 7 seconds of invincibility plus damage dealing ability for Itaku, so he can just face mash something again. Alright, Fistula here for Pokedude. You can see that Devil card is time and a half damage multiplier. Now you can see some of his tears are coming out. All of his tears should be. That's really... Oh, I see why. His push pin is where you see the gray tears. I kind of forgot he had that. But you can see that'll also up the size of his tooth tears that come out from Tooth Shot. And those are really ripping on through this boss for him. And for anybody wondering, the music, I just saw somebody say the music's so scary. This is actually music from the game. The entire thing is the soundtrack to Binding of Isaac, so that is Danny Baranowski, which I believe I can get you a link for with this, I think. Let's find out if that worked. Did Spazbot respond? Maybe not. Oh, there it is. There's 2 links that are very important for you. So there's Danny B's Soundworks page and his Bandcamp, and also the split link to get into both racers' channels at the same time. Speaking of that, we got Poke with a Devil deal here. Probably wouldn't consider either of these. It depends. I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe the tail. Maybe. Yeah, I didn't think so. Tail would have cursed Poke into having nothing but nothing but a lot of chests showing up. And if you don't get keys and he's got 0, that's a risk. You may not want to take that if you don't have keys. That's a real risk. Exactly, Rum. No keys, no tail. Yeah, I don't trust that item. Yes, it's part of making full-on Guppy, and full-on Guppy is overpowered as all hell. But, yeah, it's just not worth it. It's really not. And again, guys, it's the 4th of July, and Twitch is getting slammed by a whole bunch of stuff at the moment, too. So, yeah, let alone that Itaku's actually got his internet is supposed to be off at the moment in his area, but for some reason he's able to cast on it. So, oh, speaking of that... Poke, if you can hear me, Itaku just dropped offline. Right as I'm saying something, too. But yeah, like, he's got internet problems in his area, so when Poke gets this, or when he hears that, basically, hopefully, then he'll wind up pausing here. Somebody wants to tell him in his chat, too. I don't know if he'll see it or not, but there we go. He caught on pretty quick. Yeah, jinxed him. Commentator's curse. Blame Crumps. Blame Crumps. I just cursed Itaku. I'm sorry. Blame me. Take a bow, Crumps. You just cursed your buddy. Good job. Good job. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. No. We'll have him back up in line, or up online in a second or two. Guys, again, he's having issues in his area with Comcast, so I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. And again, guys, that's what happens when you play a game that's based in Flash and cast from the same computer. It's slowdown. That's what happens. You guys really have caught on to that from watching a bunch of other Isaac streams. It happens to everybody. It happens to me on my good computer. So it's really not a big deal, guys. Everybody worries about it like the, why would Spazbot be warning you? Oh, I see how it is, Angie. I see how it is. There's Itaku coming back up online. We'll get these two reconnected to each other in a moment, then they'll start up when they're good to go again. On that note, real quick, let me catch up on Pokés just for fun. Just for fun. Because again, I'm dealing with frame drops too. I've dropped a few frames today, let alone that I'm sure that part of that is actually my connection to watching Poke and Itaku. So, half of that's probably not them and it's me. So, I mean, there's your case in point, like, stuff's gonna happen. Itaku went offline really quick, so we just had to wait for him to get back online. But yeah, it's 4th of July, everybody in America is downloading stuff, and I live just outside Chicago, so you're talking a major hub of internet is just like, here, let's download all the things. So it's what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, we're gonna use Rebirth in Season 3, most likely, Wolf. Absolutely. Ah, there's why. There's another thing. Yes, if you're casting, exactly what Pokedude just did is a really good move right there. Drop it down to low quality. Nobody's going to be able to tell the difference, really. It seems like they will. Believe me, they won't. Hell, I barely even see while I'm playing. But honestly, that will make your flash run a hell of a lot smoother while you're casting at the same time. So what Pokedude just did is a really good move on his part. Yep, that's the thing. If you have to put in your save file, and Poke switched out his original one for the one that we're using for the league, it defaults you to high, just like Poke just said. So yeah, I kind of forgot to mention that to people too, that should have been a warning I gave all you guys that was going to happen. So that's on me for not reminding you of that. I'm sorry. What helps is going into your options while you're casting, or not even while you're casting, you can do it before. But go in and set your detail to low while you're casting, and it's going to work a lot better for you. Right there. See up at the top where it says detail? Go to low on that. It's going to help you a ton while you're casting, believe it or not. Absolutely, you can, Foreman. Spazbot will have that for you momentarily. There you go. There's a link for you. And we're back off and running. So again, you'll see a little bit of a delay. That's what happens with streaming while I'm watching two streams. If you guys are watching on the split, it's slightly ahead, for example. I'm recasting both of them. So again, there's that little bit of a delay. That's just how it works. We got Itaku down to 1 heart here. I can't believe he actually went into that curse room. That was kind of risky. And again, you're going to see him actually utilizing that unicorn horn and trying to faceplant war here as quick as he can. Going to run out of time momentarily, though. And again, welcome to the internet on the 4th of July. There's going to be a lot of drop frames, so... Oh, good, and there's a train outside, because we totally can't hear that. But again, there's that poison damage being afflicted from Common Cold. You see War already off of his horse. Again, half a heart here. Oh, I was going to say half a heart here for Itaku. It's getting a little risky, and there you see it. That was the risk. Once he got off the horse, I was a little bit worried about Itaku's speed, and that was all that you needed is just that equal speed. He'll catch up to you, believe it or not. Like, he's got like 0.1 more speed than you could have. If you're both at like the same setting, he'll catch you. He's an evil douche. So again, that puts Poke in the lead here on Caves 2 at the moment. Again, pretty small floors that Itaku's got to make up. Again, that's a champion level mob there. The Poke got hit by. You see a full heart disappeared off of him. Excuse me. And on into an arcade. Let's see if we can't get something decent out of here. Like a Stars card that'll teleport you directly into an item room. As soon as that fly gets cleared, I was going to say Poke ain't going to pick up that other card quite yet. We'll find out what that is momentarily. So again, Poke not having a key, let alone knowing where his item room is, that's going to save him a bit of time. Speaking of keys, Itaku grabbing one and his item room with Harlequin Baby in there, so that'll fire out in a V-shaped pattern, following him around. Let's see, Red Patch might be worth switching out Pushpin for. Depends on what Poke's feeling. Red Patch, if you got damage, would give you a chance that your damage would go up in the room. You'd see it would actually turn you into a Meat Boy looking thing. Yep, there you go. I was going to say I'll probably switch that out. What's that other card? 2 stars cards? Really? Or did I not see him switch the card at the other point too? Because I paid no attention, honestly. Let's see, speaking of that stars card, into his item room for Ghost Baby, so a follower with pretty low damage tiers, but again with spectral ability on him, so they'll be able to go through and over rocks. God, all these spiders. Spiders lag the ever-living hell out of my game too, actually. Some with a jumping motion on them. Yep, Emperor card takes you directly to a boss fight, correct. We raced through the womb too. And again, you see Itaku with a second item room already. You can see how small these floors are, so he's going to play catch-up pretty quickly here. Poke going to go back for that Emperor card. Ooh, speaking of playing catch-up, there's damage up and health up on Itaku's side once again with that odd mushroom. So there's 2 different odd mushrooms. One of them, the large one like that, is going to increase your size. As you can tell, the small one is going to increase your fire rate by comparison to this. So you got some pills. We know Itaku loves those. Ooh, bombs are keys, so now we got 5 keys on Itaku's side, so he isn't going to have to worry about getting in any more item rooms. All he has to do is find them. It needs more poop. What's up, Ravager? Speaking of keys, yet another one. We got the 2 of hearts. We'll double up how many red hearts Poke was actually holding on to. Not the containers, but like filling them back up for you, so he's at a full heal. Gonna take that Emperor card on with him for another floor. And Yellow Peep once again, so more urine across the ground in Poke's fight. Hey, you know the funny part about the admins, guys? The one on the left's also an admin. By the way, the Seahawks are also an admin. And let's see, we got meat, which is damage up and health up again for Itaku, so 2 of those on the same floor. Yeah, that's not a really good devil deal, though. The Razor and the 9 lives dead cat. Razor would damage you to up your damage in the room, so a little bit risky there. Speaking of the dead cat, there's the second one on the floor for Itaku. Wow, that would give you 9 lives at 1 red heart apiece. Yeah, he's taking a moment to just be like, are you kidding me right now? Are you absolutely kidding me with this right now? Gotta love it. Speaking of that, Duff, what's up, sir? Congratulations, man. I haven't gotten to say it in person yet, but I knew about that. Congrats, sir. How you doing, man? All the admins forever. We got an admin wall. Admin wall. Seriously, though, well-deserved, dude. And, oh, God. Not getting lucky with that port card here. Oh, man. So, Pokedude teleporting with the Emperor card directly into his boss fight, getting the Mask of Infamy. Ugh. I actually may have considered holding on to Bob's Rotten Head for the mask itself, but you know that you're going to land it on the heart most likely, so I don't blame Poke for hitting that. Anybody that's wondering, poison damage hits the mask pretty darn well. So either way, it's a good move. It's going to save you some time. But you know that you're probably not going to be able to line that up so easily on the mask itself. I can't blame Poke for choosing that. And again, we got Envy on the left side here for Itaku. Again, pair with the ever so popular frame freezes tonight. I've had plenty myself. I've dropped, ironically, 420 frames. So again, everybody's dealing with it today. It's the 4th of July in America. We're all based in America. Poke's in Wisconsin. Go figure, Itaku's in Michigan. Never would have guessed by the teams they represent, right? And I'm in Illinois. So again, we're all dealing with the same thing right now. But again, getting out of that room, we got ourselves... Jeez, I'd love to tell you how much more Poke has to go on this boss, but again, you can see the troll of the Mask of Infamy is that it does not give you a health bar. And Edmund knew what he was doing with that, I think. I believe that is on purpose, just to kind of rub it in that this boss sucks. And believe me, that boss sucks. Christina can vouch. But a little bit more health up here, and Itaku's still looking for his item room or boss fight. I'm sure at this point, well, okay, item rooms or boss fight. Let me rephrase. I was going to say I'm sure at this point he's going to try to find at least one of them, but I wasn't explaining it well. Itaku's got a Caves XL floor, so that's going to jam both of his Caves floors into one for him, which means he's going to have back-to-back boss fights. He's also going to have 2 item rooms here. Still just one store, one Seeker Room, one Super Seeker Room. But, like I said, 2 item rooms to find 2 boss fights that will be side by side. So that's a little interesting. Also interesting, the Blue Baby's Soul that Itaku picked up. Now that's going to make Harlequin Baby follow around the room. You see, as it's floating in this weird X-shape pattern. It's actually going to kind of help quite a bit, in my opinion, though. Especially for rooms like that, makes it very useful. And looks like Itaku's going to take that over the Polaroid at the moment. Yeah, this is the only race of the day. And again, we do a best 2 out of 3, so right now Itaku looking to finish it off 2-0. Poke looking to tie it up and force a game 3. Dealing with the Mask of Infamy at the moment, though, and down at half a heart. So yeah, got a little close on that one for my liking. But again, still dealing with this guy. This guy is a absolute troll. You can only hit him from behind or the side. And he knows exactly when to turn on you. Oh, that sucked. See, again, this boss is an absolute troll. He'll turn at the worst times. Oh, it's not going to change the size of the tech too, but it's going to change the damage on it. There's that boss fight for Itaku. You'll see a blue heart spawn. If you get a blue Larry Jr. like that, or any type of enemy that's turned blue like that, you're going to get a soul heart out of it. Not any. I take that back. There's a few that will not do that. If it's a mini boss, though, in a room like that and it's blue, it will give you a soul heart. And you can see fighting Pestilence at the moment. We'll get him another cube of meat. That will actually be the second, which will turn that into one of the best orbitals, in my personal opinion. It'll shoot out little red damaging tears. You can see the little grinning meat boy. One more boss fight to go for Itaku, but he's going to grab the soul heart first. And move on in. Let's see, we got Fistula, so very easy bosses for him. This won't be too bad. And again, Poke did a great job getting through that fight. That's just, ugh. And of course, now he's stuck in another room with a bunch of mask enemies, which doesn't make this any better. So Poke's getting screwed over. And speaking of screwed over, those mask enemies are just brutal. So many masks. And again, that puts Itaku back up in the lead here, so we'll see if now he's going to go find his item rooms. Got a little bit of health up. And indeed, he's going to. He's got the keys, and he knows that he's got a couple floor advantage at this point, so he's going to go back and try to make himself more powerful. But yeah, those masks, man, they were just teaming up on Poke there, let alone the Mask of Infamy fight. Also then getting all those masks in that room, you're getting screwed over. But again, starting off with a Sacrificial Dagger, so an orbital floating around that'll do some damage for him. Yeah, again, if I could ban boss fights out of the league, I totally would do that, because that fight sucks. That's so unfair to whoever gets it. Yeah, right, one boss fight followed by like 10 straight masks. I think it has an affinity for masks in the game at the moment. Speaking of that, we got an affinity for heals on the left side, so Itaku looking all pretty with Mom's heals gets a little more range up. And yes, he's actually wearing those on his feet. If you haven't seen the game before, it literally puts these items on you. So like when you pick up like Mom's underwear, you're wearing it. Pick up Mom's heels, you have them on your feet. You can barely see them there, but they are actually there for you. Yeah, no mask, no bloat. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, if you die in the game, Pinkie Pie, you have to start all the way back from scratch. Damn masks. So we got another boss fight here. We got Larry Jr. for Pokedude. Again, trying to get that bomb. Oh, he just missed pushing it. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. Larry walked to the other side. That's an interesting item. So we got the Book of Shadows in Itaku's first of 2 item rooms. That would have been 12 seconds of invincibility every time that he used it. Again, he's going to leave that behind at least for now. We'll see what his second item room is. He may pick that up on the way back. I don't know. We'll see what he decides to do here. Yeah, it's a real kick in the teeth, basically, when you die in this game and it resets all the items that you had picked up and sets you all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the face. The Blue Baby Soul is why the followers aren't following him. Blue Baby Soul moves around like that. And by Blue Baby, I mean question mark, question mark, question mark Soul. I just always call it Blue Baby, and I should probably quit doing that. Alright, let's see. We got Squeezy on the right side for the first time today. Fire rate increase and a couple of soul hearts for Poke. He'll be moving on to basement 2. Let's see, we got a world card. Very nice for Itaku. He's already cleared enough rooms on this floor that I don't believe he's going to use it. He's going to hang on to that for hopes that he gets another XL. The second that he sees an XL floor, the world card will actually reveal the entire map for you whenever you use it. And again, he's already pretty much cleared off this floor. He has no real need to do it. So he's going to wait at least till the next floor to see that. Oh, he had a last run too? Jesus, totally missed it. Alright, let's see. Where else can this go? There's your item room. I was going to say, it ain't going to be off on the right side, so this has got to be the correct way. Lo and behold. Itaku with just one more enemy to clear here. We'll find out what he gets, hopefully, after the lag ball. Good, we will see it. Ooh, Roid Rage. So that's actually mismarked. That gives you a speed increase only. Does not give you range up. Oh, I was going to say, don't fire at that point. Ooh, questionable. Mom's Pearl that dropped there for Itaku would have been more chance of Soul Heart spawns. About 10% if I'm not mistaken. Either when you clear rooms or open chests. Speaking of that, we got Isaac's Head, which will be another follower on a trinket, believe it or not. So both the follower trinket items, that's kind of weird. Either way, though, that'll fire up pretty low damaging tiers for Pokedude, but it's still damage up. There's the link for you. And looks like Itaku is going to say goodbye to his D6, take that 12 seconds of invincibility with the Book of Shadows with him. There we go again. Sorry for all the frame drops and everything. He's just walking back over to his boss fight to walk on down to the depths anyway, so you're really not missing anything at the moment, I'll tell you. Again, there you see just a few more rooms to walk through. Again, welcome to the internet. Oh, okay, so he is going to do something else. But yeah, welcome to the internet on a holiday in America where everybody's using it. But again, he's going to take the ladder. That'll clear him over. As you can see, the ladder goes down. You can walk across one open spot if you need to. So that'll be a nice little find for him. Does not walk over Spice like that, but he could have gotten into the center. There you go, like you just saw for that penny. See, we got Brother Bobby on Poke's side, so once again, a follower with very base damage tiers, but again, damage up. Really not going to argue it. And we got the 1-up for Poke, so again, if he dies, go figure, he's going to come back to life, as you would imagine a 1-up would do for you. Yeah, Fair and Isaac don't really go in the same sentence. It's very true. Basically what I was getting at there, Ravager. Basically what I was hinting at. Because it's probably true, sadly. By playing percentages, it's probably at least 50.1%, and therefore a majority. So, nonetheless, there you see the Book of Shadows being used for Itaku, so he'll be invincible for 12 seconds here. Once you leave the room, that wears off, though, so keep that in mind. But you do still get the charge, even if it's still in use at the time. It will charge at the end of the room for you. Half. I bet all. I don't know what you're talking about there. What are you talking about, my second screen? I don't have anything on there. Shut up. But again, you can see not need to use a bomb. Itaku gets into the center for that chest and right on over to his boss fight on Depths 1. We got ourselves a question here. Do you skip the item rooms at this point as Itaku, or again, do you go looking for him? He knows he's got a lead. The question is, what will he choose to do? Yeah, at least into the store. Ooh, treasure map's going to be a very nice find for him. That'll show him the entire floor layout. Won't show him exactly where rooms are, but by looking at it, you can basically tell. For example, he's either got one room to clear to get to his item room, or quite a lot, because it's going to be in the lower right-hand corner, most likely. So Itaku's probably going to skip the item room. Also here, again, use the Book of Shadows to do his quick damage against Mask of Infamy, but as you can see, going to have to deal with the Mask himself now. So at least it's equally trolling the racers, I guess. Still not fun, but at least it's equally trolling them. Oh, it just moved itself off of that bomb. Again, with the Caves XL, you can see Poke's actually got his item rooms side by side. No keys for them, though. So it's a bit of a troll. Once again, this game and Fair do not go hand in hand. So he's going to have to look for a few keys to get there. Yeah, the mask. Fuck this shit! Man, these troll masks are just everywhere today. Just not nice. Because toothpicks are useless, basically. We let the racers actually get something else for them. It's either that, or if they come across them, they just have to leave an item behind after looking for the item room itself, so we let them re-roll them. And again, everything was voted on the league, or voted on by the league anyways. And again, we got some golden poop for Itaku, so once he clears that, you'll see a bunch of money will spawn out of there. Just watch out for the other flies. With both of his keys, Poke is going to go back for his items. Deck of cards. Obviously, that'll spawn some cards for you every couple of rooms that you clear. Onto the other, and we've got... remote detonator. At least pick it up, it gives you 5 bombs. Pick it up and put it right back down, it gives you 5 free bombs. Or he's going to go get the deck of cards first, if nothing else. Use that maybe once. Yeah, he's definitely going to replace these. Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. So he's going to use that once, basically take his card, then go grab the remote detonator for the 5 free bombs. Drop that right back down, he's taking the cards with him. So again, strength will give him +1 to all stats for the room that he's in whenever he uses that. I was going to say, we got a hell of a room here for Itaku. I may have actually hit my Book of Shadows just to make that a little bit easier, because you almost know you're taking damage. And right on over to that item room. Again, he used his, Itaku, used his world card, so he knew exactly where he was going here. He already had the treasure map, but he couldn't tell exactly which room was which. So again, he played it a little safe for time's sake here, and gave himself a real quick route on over to both his item room and boss fight. So he'll be through this floor pretty quickly here. What's up, Targan? How you doing? Again, just one more enemy for Poke as well here. We got more pills that are bombs or keys, so we'll switch out keys and bomb. Wow, seriously? Bombs pad again for Itaku. So we saw this in use last time. It freezes everything in place. He's going to replace the invincibility with it too. But it'll freeze everything in place for him whenever he uses it. Kind of push it away from him as well once he actually starts running towards it. But it helps out a lot to be able to get some damage done to boss fights. And we got Red Mom this time, so you're going to see a lot more foot stomping down. One of the tricks with Red Mom, like you can see with Itaku doing, just walk side to side. You're going to keep that shadow right in the dead center like you see with him. It's not going to spawn any enemies. Every now and then, though, one of the 4 doors will open up like you see right there. And that's where Itaku utilized his mom's pad. So very nice use. And now one of the other new tricks is standing right by the door, just like this. And just forcing the arm to come out. It will not hit you right there, but you can keep doing not infinite damage to it, but it should keep on this cycle, and you shouldn't ever really have any risk here. So Devil Card again will up the damage in the room by 1.5 times for Pokedude. Oh, Jesus Juice, another mismarked item that'll actually, I believe, give you damage up, if I'm not mistaken. Forget what exactly that does now, but I know it's mismarked. Either way, Itaku going to take... What's the choice? Alright, we're going to take Polaroid. Again, that if you get down to half a red heart, we'll spawn a 5-second damage shield for you, so you'll be invincible if you get down there for the next 5 seconds. It's not long, but it does help. It is actually damage and range on there. Okay, I didn't know if the range was actually a thing, so it's damage and range on Jesus Juice. I wasn't 100% certain that was there, but again, I trust Alec. If you guys don't know, by the way, check this website out. There's a reason that I trust Alec, and it's, if I could spell... I forgot what I put that on. Wiki, that's where it is. Aha. That's the one. So like I was saying, there's a reason that I actually trust what Alex says. And yeah, you'll understand when that actually links. If that actually links. It may not link. Alright, once we get through the lag balls, you got Itaku's dealing with outages from Comcast in this area. Wow, I love that glitch out. I love that glitch on Monstro. Twitchy twitch. Itaku's laughing his ass off, too. I love when that happens. Mom's Fat is so much fun. If you catch Monstro at just the right time, stuff like that happens. Oh, man. That is too good. The reason that we banned him, and again, so is not a good response to they're overpowered. Basically, they're infinite bombs per tier. So, again, what can you do with bombs? You can bomb right through every single door. That's not a race. That's you bombing through every door. So we're making it about races, not about, like, I found the most overpowered items. Those are speedruns. There's a whole thing for that. We're doing races here. Like, yes, these are speed runs, but at the same point, we want them even. Like, the same reason Shovels Band, you can skip entire floors with it. That's not racing, that's you found one item that can skip floors for you. Alright, there we go. I was gonna say, there really isn't anywhere else. Well, actually, there is. There was one other spot that Itaku's boss fight could have been, but I think he was already there and bombed back out of it, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, finally coming across this Womb 1 boss fight, so we'll see what he gets momentarily after he clears out Double Gemini here. It's not impossible to speedrun at all. Go on speedrunslive.com, guys. Seriously, and then look up Binding of Isaac. If you really think it's impossible to speedrun, then feel free to top the times that are on there, because it's not easy. So again, you see Skullx getting torn on through. Again, this is the beauty of having Mom's Pad. Itaku breaks that item. I swear he does. Also, Prayer Card, so that's an interesting one. I was going to say, you'll use it once. Gives you a half an Eternal Heart. That white heart up on Itaku's bar, watch what happens on the next floor. It turns into a full red heart container. So every 6 rooms, that Prayer Card would do exactly that for you. If you can get 2 on the same floor, that actually gives you that full health up again. So you don't have to just take one to the next floor. If you get 2, or more for that matter, but every 2 you get a full heart container. Again, it's a little late for that to actually be utilized for Itaku, so he's going to take Mom's Pad instead. That is way more useful for him at the moment. And we got the treasure map again for Pokedude. Again, it's a slippery slope, guys. We have to allow the game to be played. Otherwise, at some point, it turns into tiers are overpowered. You have to go into the first item room. It has to be unlocked for you because you can't pick up keys, because those could turn into bombs if you get a bombs or key pill. And you have to hope for the virus so that you faceplant everything, and then pray to God that you can kill everything quick enough to get health up, because otherwise you're dead. Because tiers are overpowered. And then at some point, somebody gets pissed off that the virus is too overpowered, and it just keeps going downhill. So we all voted on it within the league. It's 32 racers, all basically outweigh you as far as their votes go, in my opinion. Nothing personal. And we're playing to have fun, so... Like, and again, it's a race. It's not just like, let's ban every single thing. Like, we have to ban some stuff, or it's just like instantaneous passage through rooms. We have to. Other than that, though, it's, you know, basically just like, whatever you get, you get. And let's see, I'm guessing... Oh, well, or... Oh, wow! Here we go, the Magic D250 rule, ladies and gentlemen. Itaku just Magic D250'd himself. Oh my god. It's been done again. Random telepills in the Womb 2 have taken Itaku to an I am error room, ladies and gents. So he's gonna have to go on to Shale to finish his run now. Wow. This happened in the very first race of the Binding of Isaac Racing League, and I knew this was going to happen again. Magic's been trying to reproduce this, so unless we find other Oh, wow, and a full health pill. Oh, he does have more telepills. Uh-oh. Interesting, now he doesn't... Wow, seriously? And it teleported him right in front of his boss fight. If he didn't get more telepills, he would have had to go down to Shale right there. So again, he wasn't quite as screwed as I thought. I forgot that he had telepills in that room. But it teleported him right in front of his mom's heart fight now, so instead of the Shale roll, now he just fights mom's heart. With full health, might I add. So that was about the most perfect timing on an I am error room I've ever seen in my life. Crisis avoided. Yeah. There you see the sun card for Pokedude. It's a 3-use item that's going to full heal him, show the entire map, and damage everything in the room. Wow, man. That was random. Itaku has the weirdest teleporting luck this year. For those that didn't see it in his 11 or 12-minute run, basically, he had random telepills that he used on the... Or a Stars card, I should say, that he used on the Womb 2, and there's no item room. So a Stars card should teleport you directly to your item room. It's a random teleport in the Womb. Itaku used that on the Womb 2 in a knife, when he had a knife run going, with Mom's Pad, might I add, and teleported directly into this fight that you see here, from the first room. So Itaku's having really good teleporting luck so far this year. This is just incredible luck. But again, he is looking to finish this round off 2-0 here. We do it to best 2 out of 3, I should say. So Itaku looking to take the day 2-0 over Pokedude, if at all possible. And again, already about halfway through Mom's Heart here and ripping right on along. And again, on Speedruns Live, those times are completely... Unless it says it's by BOILeR rules, they can use stuff like Dr. Fetus and the shovel, so that's going to help with your times as well, keep in mind. But yeah, by boiler rules, in the actual races, our fastest time is Itaku with, I believe, like 12:49 or something to that effect. I forget exactly what it was. It was shy of 13 minutes. And then in practice-wise, Tornus with a 9-minute and 7-second run with our rules. So they're still pretty close, and we're banning items that, again, on speedruns, on most of those, are not banned. So it's a little bit different. That's why I'm saying those are speedruns, these are races by comparison. There's still races of those speedruns by different rules. Don't misunderstand, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, but by comparison, our times are going to be skewed. 11:53. Okay, I was way off. I was way off. And again, Itaku down to just the last little bit here. Oh, speaking of last little bit, there you see Pokedude down, but he has the one up, so he's right back out of the room previous. But again, Itaku just these knights to get through. Probably one more round here on Mom's Heart, and he'll have it sticking out the entire... Boy, does that sound wrong. He'll have it out the rest of the time here, so that he'll be able to do direct damage on it. That's going to get misquoted, folks. I just said something misquotable. Big time. Have fun. Smooth. Smooth like a rocky road. And again, bear with the frame drops a little bit here. It's the 4th of July. This stuff happens, especially with Comcast and issues in the area. But 1 or 2 more hits here for Itaku. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your Detroit Lions, on a holiday for that matter, have actually won a game. When was the last time that happened in the NFL? God, I love these gifs. Ah!